Hey guys, it's me, Miss Mills, and welcome to Mrs. Mills' Math Time. The whole point of this video is to teach you how to take scientific notation and turn it into standard form. Last week we focused on having a regular old number and changing it into scientific notation. Well, this week we are going to focus on doing the opposite. We're going to backtrack. We're going to think differently. We are turning a number that's already in scientific notation and putting it back into its normal form. This video will particularly help you with scientific notation to standard form worksheet. There's only going to be 10 questions on that. Since there's only 10 questions on that, that means I'm only going to do 2 examples in this video that I pull. I will still pull it directly from the worksheet, but I will only be doing 2 videos, and then I will mention one, but I won't do it for you. Okay? But I do want y'all to pay close attention to this. And if you do not have your worksheet out, I recommend getting it out now because we are going to get started. So let's look at number 1 first. And number 1, we have 3, and then we have it multiplied by 10 to the negative 6th power. So again, this is a negative exponent, all right? So when you have a negative exponent, remember, you want to move that decimal to the left, okay? And in this particular case, you want to move it to the left 6 times. So our first step is I'm going to put down this 3, okay? We want to find that decimal. And remember, the decimal is always directly next to that original number. The decimal will always be placed where there's only one number on the left-hand side, okay? So that means our decimal is right here. And our next step is we're going to move it to the left, since it's negative, 6 spots, because there's the exponent is 6. So we're going to take this and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to put that decimal right there. And then we're going to fill in the blanks. And in this particular case, the blanks are always going to be filled in with zeros, okay? Because that's the only way you can change what the number looks like without changing its actual value. So after you do that, you can erase where you moved the decimal. And that, guys, is your answer. It's going to be a really, really small number. So again, if you see a negative exponent, you are moving that decimal to the left how many spots the exponent is. So in this case, it was a 6. So we moved it 6 spots to the left. Okay? So now let's do an example where you have a positive exponent. So let's move on to number 5. All right? So in this case, we have 9, and we're multiplying it by 10 to the 2nd power. Okay? So again, we're going to bring down this number. We're going to locate the decimal, which it is right here. Remember, it's always going to be, decimal is always going to be placed where there's only one number on this left-hand side right here. And then again, if you have a positive exponent, that means you're going to be moving that decimal to the right. You're going to be moving that decimal to the right. And in this particular problem, we're going to move it to the right 2 decimal points. So we're going to take this decimal, move it to the left 2 times. Move it to the right 2 times. We'll put that decimal back right there. And then we'll fill in the blanks, which are going to be zeros. And once we've done that, we can erase our whatever we have, and we're done. In this particular case, our answer is going to be 900. Yay. So the last thing I want to mention to y'all is if you see a problem with, I don't know, like let's say there's a number and we're going to multiply that number by 10 to the 0th power. All right, there's a few things you can think about, a few ways you can think about this. The first way is, if you remember, anything to the 0th power is always going to be equal to 1. So this would be the same as that number multiplied by 1, and again, it's going to be itself. So for example, if you had 3 times 10 to the 0th power, that's the same as 3 times 1, so the answer is going to be 3. Another way you can look at it is if we have, let's use 3 again. We multiply it by 10 to the 0th power. Another way you can look at it is you're not moving that decimal anywhere. If this exponent is a 0, that means you're not moving it to the left or the right or any direction. You're not moving it. So that means that the answer is going to ultimately be 3 because you're not moving the decimal. The decimal is still going to be right here. So guys, whenever you see 10 to the 0th power, just remember you're not moving that decimal, and it is also the same as multiplying that number by 1, so therefore that number is going to be left over. Guys, I hope this video helps out. I can't wait to see y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm going to see y'all this week. Sorry, it's next week when I made the video, but I'm going to be seeing y'all this week, and that's super exciting. Y'all have a wonderful day. Remember, it's a beautiful day, and bye.